Yo, 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 what up, everybody? What up? What up, what up, what up? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let me check something real quick. Alright, there. Boom. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching, though. Appreciate it. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. We'll get a little bit of back testing going on right now. Just a little, little something. Try to sharpen the skills. Try to figure some things out. Just read some more price action. I know we like to take some breaks from the charts and stuff, but I don't think I'm where I want to be at when it comes to the charts. So with that being said, it's like I need to put more time into the charts. So that's just kind of my idea about it, is that, you know, I could take today off and, you know, go about my day and just not do nothing all weekend and wait till Monday comes back around and start trading then. Or I could take some extra reps today, tomorrow, and then get ready for Asian session, and, you know, and just get 2 extra days in, 2 extra analysis, you know, it just starts to add up a lot. So that's why I say it's important. If you're not where you want to be in trading, then, you know, the weekends and stuff is where you catch up on other people who are already have it figured out. So same thing with me. That's what I'm doing with this today and tomorrow. I'm gonna do back testing and stuff just to try to figure some things out. You know, that's the goal, is to be able to do this all the time, be able to repeat these steps, you know, figure them out. But yeah, I'll show you guys how I had this idea of getting this entry right here. We were talking about it yesterday on stream. If you guys remember, on stream yesterday, we were just in this area right here, underneath here. We were just right here. So yesterday when I was talking about it, I was talking about how this is the range right here, and when we were about right here, I was already saying that at some point we're gonna need to touch the top of this, and I didn't really have a target that was gonna go all the way up to this level, but this was my for sure first level that I was interested in, is this level right here. So once we did hit there, and that was already 110 pips, 105 pips or something. So just to that level was already a good win. You know, all the way to the top, that ended up being 480 pips. So we could have definitely, you know, hit some big pips, really, you know, taking that trade. So that's also the goal too, is be able to take these trades from this bottom all the way to the top, you know, or even closing here. I wouldn't be mad here, and then, you know, maybe leaving a runner to go up that way. But that would be kind of my idea about that. But yeah, I'll explain right now how I found this area. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Things like that. So let's see how many people we got watching. Oh, we got nobody watching. It says 1 person watching. Yeah, we got 2 likes. Appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. But yeah, let's just let me send this in the Discord also. I'm gonna send this in the Discord. Maybe some other people might be in the Discord. Actually, let me see this too on here. who's are? Yo, long time no see. What up, bro? What up? What up? My man, what up, bro? Everything good with you? Everything good? I appreciate you for stopping by, bro. Appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, I was streaming yesterday too, and I was telling myself, I'm gonna try to stream this whole week and get back to streaming every day again. So I told myself, yeah, I want to get back to full time streaming. I'm good. I'm good for sure, bro. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Made good profit last week. Yeah. This week was really good right here. I think this is probably my best week I've had in a while. We ended the day today. Today was Friday, and I closed today with 40 pips. So that was just Friday. So the whole week was pretty good like that. But yeah, it was good though. It was good. All right, so like I said, look at the idea is to find this trade right here. My goal is to get into this trade, get into here, maybe add a position here, and riding it all the way to at least here, and maybe even possibly there, type of thing. So yeah, that's just my idea. See how that goes, but yeah, this is how I kind of figured it out. So as you can see, everything is, let me just erase all these lines right here. So let me replay it too. Let me replay it right here. Boom. In the kitchen with the sauce. Yo, fluidity, my man. I like to see you here, you know what I mean? Get these extra reps in. Get these extra, reps. Get these extra reps in, pretty much. That's it. Make us one more day better, because when people are taking today off, today's Friday, they probably out with their friends, hitting the club, doing this, doing that, enjoying the week's profits, which is not a bad idea, but not everybody is where they want to be in trading. So we got to make sure we stay focused, use these days that people are not trading and getting better to get better, so that way when the next week comes back around, we're ready to just knock it out. You know what I mean? So that's why I say, it's like when I see you guys showing up, that lets me know where you guys are at. Lets me know you guys are really trying to get better every single day. And like I said, it's a good thing. A lot of people ain't even streaming right now because, like I said, they're enjoying their weekend. But shit, not me, man. We trying to stay focused, trying to get better every day I can, for sure. I'm in some buys on ETH. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that, bro. I'm gonna have to check that. But which days you back testing? Oh, well, this was just on Thursday. On Thursday, before that big old move that we let me close it out of it. On Thursday right here. So we ended the week right here at this top, and this was the trade that I was trying to get into to take a buy all the way to the top. So I had gotten into a trade on a buy down here, but I closed it, and that was my mistake. I closed it at like 15-20 pips or something. Sharpen our skills, exactly. But yeah, so like I said, I closed the buy that I took from here at like 20 pips on this first little move up, and then obviously it did all that. So that's why I was like, yeah, I need to try to figure out what I did wrong or what I missed or whatever it is. But I'm gonna show you, like, kind of hindsight, it's obviously easy to see, but I'm gonna break down how I get down to that point of finding this level and knowing that this is where the level we are to reverse, compared to just why not reversing here, why not reversing here, why not reversing, why here, so that's just a few things that I've been working on and stuff like that. So I caught all the buys going into NY this morning. Nice, bro. Yep, good job, bro. You See, I caught 40 pips today on buys, but I'm just like, man, I missed my real buy. My buy should have been down here, closing at the top up here for, let's say, that would have been 380 pips, just moving up like that. 380 pips. So like those are the type of trades I'm really trying to get into. And knowing though, the trick to it is that what I've been working on is I've been able to find this entry. I could get into this trade here. The problem I'm having is knowing how far the target is so we can know how long to stay into this trade. I already kind of figured this lane right here is the range. So I knew we needed to at least tap that. But obviously I didn't know we needed to go way up here. So what would give me the information that would let me know that this is the area where our target should be? So how would we find a target? So obviously you could put a line right here and looking left. What did where did we get rejected at? There's two levels here and here. This is pretty much the middle of both of those. So that's a kind of an idea. So you could kind of say, okay, if I look left, it's going to be this level or this level where you could be getting rejected at in case, you're moving up. But like I said, that's also why I'm back testing too, because my goal is to be able to have these as targets to know, okay, I need to tap this area up here. We're going to be able to hold this whole trade all the way to the end. But yeah, that's just, that's kind of what the back testing is for, just to try to find these targets. What gives me the idea? What gives me the reason that is a target? Things like that. I mean, look at this. I guess you could also say this. There's probably this fair value gap area that kind of give you this range to know. But yeah, let me see something actually. Let me check something. So that is going to be, I think the range could be like right here though. So this might still need to go up. This might still need to go up. Just because I'm seeing this possibly being a range, this being a range right here. So if this is a range right here, then that means you're at the bottom of here, you're back in the range. What might need to happen is you might need to touch the top of the range before coming down. If not, you just continue back up. But that's the kind of the idea, is that if this is all a range, then you might need to tap back up here at the top. So I need to try to figure something out. Give me a second. I see this being a top. Let's see, boom, being a top. Going to the high, going to the previous high, which will technically be this. Hold on, 4 hour, that is the high there. So the previous high would be right here. Boom. Close above, wick above. That's the move to come back down. So if that ends up being the move to come back down, all right, let's see. Close above. Okay. So you know how you and Dawn say candles are ranges. I told you something clicked while we were on some stream Tuesday. I think the month range is better shown on the weekly candles depending on how price. Hey, fluidity moves from month to month. We pay attention to the starting and ending candles, and then in the middle candles are just wick fills. Exactly, fluidity, bruh. You might have just figured it out, bruh. That's exactly the idea. That's the thing, is you use the higher time frames, and we use the forward for the daily. Exactly. And that's the thing, is you use the higher time frames to find the bias, and then you use the smaller time frames for the entries and stuff like that. And if you know, like I said, if you're on the weekly or monthly or the daily, those moves are going to be the bigger moves. Whereas if you're on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15, those moves are only going to be so big because the ranges are so small. So just know, when you're looking at a 4 hour candle compared to a daily candle, that daily candle range is going to be pretty big. So if you're able to catch that bottom, and that's why I was saying is that when I was taking this trade, this was at the bottom of the range right here. Like you could say this is all the range right here. There's a range pretty much here, and you could say this is a range too. So we pretty much caught the bottom of that range to ride it all the way up to the top of the range. But the thing is though, that's what I was just kind of explaining right now, is that this is what I'm trying to figure out, is I'm able to find this entry to take a trade, but now I need to be able to have this as a target. So I think where I went wrong at is that the idea was on a higher time frame. Like this is like the 30-minute right here, 15-minute type of stuff. So if I were to go to the 4 hour, maybe even the daily or something, it's probably giving me these as a range, where this ends up becoming the range right here. Right here from the bottom all the way to the top. So that would explain why this move went a whole 300, 400 pips, is because this is actually like a daily range compared to like, it's not just like a 4 hour range. So if I went to a 4 hour range, let's just put it as these two candles right here. Look, because this is a candle, right? So that means this would be the range. So on a 15-minute, look, that's the range inside of that 4 hour candle, which is those two lines right here, this one and this one. So that's just the 4 hour candle now, all of that touching the bottom, touching the top. So that's where I'm saying though, is that like if you're able to catch these bottom moves like here, that's because this range right here from the top of here to the bottom of here is probably like a daily range or a weekly range or something that's big like that. But that only happens, like what I've been kind of collecting data is like it doesn't really happen on Mondays or Tuesdays. It usually happens like the end of Wednesday, Thursday, possibly the beginning of Friday and stuff like that. So that's where I look at where this bottom of this candle is at, where if you go to the very bottom of this candle right here, that is on Thursday at midnight. So that's Thursday afternoon, Thursday 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Drink some water real quick. But yeah, so that's where I was saying though, is that these type of moves aren't going to happen every day. They're only going to happen like once or twice a week. So, and then these are the moves like you're saying. Look, if you see all of this is just bottom wicks, these are all moves to come back down. So if you're on the right side of things to come down like that, look at this right here. All of these trades are just the same ideas that I talk about. Look, break of this high, it's gonna come back down. Break of this high, boom, come back down. Right here, boom, break of the highs, come back down. Same thing right here, break of the highs, come back down. That's all it was on that side. Now if you were to split this down the middle, now everything on this side was bullish. So every move up right here, look at this move right here. Let me put it right here. Look at this candle right here, boom. Look, this wick below came up. Same thing. It all just, it's every single time. Every move down was to go back up. Same thing right here. Look, boom, same thing. boom, to come back up. So every move on this side was the same thing. Now it's just the same exact thing, just all the way up. So everything on this side was everything to come down. So if you're on the right side of things, it's easy to take these trades. It's when you start trying to take a buy going against this is when you start screwing yourself. And then if you're on this side of things, it's when you're starting to try to take sales going against all of this bullish pressure. So, and like I said, this ends up becoming the range. So if this is the range right here, then that's where I'm saying though is that this range is not a 1 hour range. This is not a 1 hour candle right here. In order to get it to look like this, like I said, look at like exactly like I did the 4 hour. Let me just do the 4 hour. The 4 hour is this one candle right here. So look, boom, boom. Let me go down to the 5 minute. Look at what the 5 minute looks like now inside of that candle. So in order for that candle to look like this inside of a candle, it needs to be a bigger candle. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is that on this 30 minute right here, like I said right here, if this is the whole range, then that means in order for this to have this many candles inside of here, it needs to be on a bigger time frame. Let's go to like the daily. The daily, look at the daily. It's pretty much these two candles right here is what this daily is. So look, it was right here and right here. So it's these two candles pretty much is what that ends up becoming. So what we're doing is pretty much trading in between both of these candles. Yo, Kill Kenny, what up? Just kind of getting a few things, just looking at a few things. But yeah, like Kill Kenny, I don't know if you could see the previous chat, but there's a few messages like that Fluidity sent above, just talking about the how candles are ranges. I told you something clicked while we were on stream Tuesday. I think the month range is better shown on the weekly candles, and yeah, just pretty much what we talk about the candles and stuff, the ranges, it clicked with him, and now he understands it a lot more. And that's where I got to the point to where I'm at right now, is where I'm trying to explain this. This was the move that we were talking about, Ryan, that the one that we were talking about here at the bottom, the one right here with that second entry we were talking about right here at this level. So pretty much what I'm saying though was, as you can see, this hole right here is a range, and on a higher time frame it's just one candle, or in this case it's two candles. So that's what this whole candle right here on the daily time frame, this is what it looks like on the daily. So you're gonna get one day here and then a second day right next to it. But that's exactly how this candle looks. I'm gonna move it over a little bit. That's exactly how this whole section right here looks. This whole section is just these two candles right here on the daily. So since we know that this is the range, the top of the range and then the bottom of the range, that's why we're going from the top of it to the bottom of it. Now the next thing is most likely is we might need to touch the top of it. But I mean, in order to go to the top, we might need to come back down first. Like I said, every move to go up had to come down first. So we came down here before going up. All of these were just to come down to go up. So this might need to come down to go up, possibly. But yeah, so as this is the range right here, look at those are the two candles, right? The top and the bottom. I go to the daily, and then that's where we're at right here. We're at this. So this becomes the daily right here. So it's these two candles pretty much are the daily. So boom. Let me put another candle right here. Let me make that solid. Oh yeah, my bad. All right, so look. So that range that we were in, that we took that trade from the the one that we were talking about from the bottom to go all the way to the top, or was it down here? No, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, it was this right here. Let's go to the daily. Okay, so it was right here at the bottom of this candle right here. So this was that where we took that buy at. And that was, like I said, like perfect. Top of the range, bottom of the range, perfect. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, bada bing, bada boom. So let's see. Boom, this is the low. Let's go to the previous 4 hour, which will be the previous low here. Boom. And there it is right there, I think. There it is. Boom. That would have been the move right there. All right. So look, fella, look at this is how I kind of came up with this idea. This is what I'm saying right here. Let's see. Go to site. Okay, target wick fill area is this top area. Target wick fill area, boom. And this is on the weekly. So yeah, weekly. Starting candle for May is here. Okay, starting candle for May is here. Ending candle for May is here. So those 4 candles right there become the range. But remember, fluidity, if candles are ranges, then one candle is the range. So if you were talking about these 4 candles being a range, then that means if you put those 4 candles, those 4 weekly, into a monthly candle, then you would see the range as that one monthly candle is the top and then the bottom. You only need that one candle to give you the top and bottom, and then when you go to the smaller time frame like the weekly, then you'll see the breakdown kind of like that, if that's what you mean. But let's see. Ending candle. Okay, price closing below the ending candle of May but failed to close below the opening of May, possibly of price going up. And fluidity, this is the thing that I talk about too, that I've learned, where a lot of times where things happen, as you can see, look, this is the key level right here. This is the key level that we're looking for, and then this is the move right here that we found that gave us that signal. So the thing is though, is that this is a whole range right here. So it goes from the top of the range back to the bottom of the range. So every exit, so like let's say people were in a buy, if people got out right here, that means it's also an entry. So people got in to take the sell, and then right here is an exit. People were taking buys again. But like I said, this is how I found this level right here. I'm going to show you how I found this level exactly, so for next time we could be looking for it. So like I said, look at this is the range. Boom, boom, here and there. Those are the 2 ranges, right? So with those being the ranges, and like I said, this is all the writing in those bigger candles. So if I go to a bigger size candle, all of this information will go into 1 or 2 candles. And that's why when I went to the daily, it went to 2 candles, which is this candle and this candle. So obviously we already happened with these 2 candles right here, but this is what I'm trying to do right now, is I'm using this candle to find the target, so it could give me the target of this candle, and then I'll say, okay, now that's the correct, because this already played out, and then I'm going to use this candle to give me the information on target of this candle, which will also give me the direction of possibly this next candle. So I have to literally go all the way this far just to get the information of this candle. And then this is on the daily, so that means I'm using 4 days of information. I'm going back 4 days, boom boom boom, to just to get the information for this candle right here. But like I said, this is how I found this idea, this is how I found this target. So let me show you. Okay, so remember, top of the range, bottom of the range. So with this candle, with this green candle right here, the bottom is right there. So let me put this yellow line at the bottom of that. So what happens is when we break below this candle and we close below, we go to a smaller time frame. So closing below, lower prices. So let's go to the 4 hour. What I'm going to do is the first candle that closes below here, we're gonna target the previous low, and then that's where I'm gonna be looking for the target. So let's go to the 4 hour. So like I said, look, this is the low of the candle. I'm pretending this is where we're at right now. This is how we're looking at the chart and stuff like that. So we're looking at it like this. So once we break this low, if we were to break this low, then that tells me what it needs to tell me. But like I said, this is where I say is, this is how I'm getting this information. Look, the low of there, go to the 4 hour. So this is the candle right here on the daily, which is this candle right here. Boom. I'm gonna put that dot there so I don't remember. So I do remember. So look, this is exactly where I went to right here. This low right here. Let me see. Daily. Right here. All right. So we got that there right there. So that's the low. So the previous low before this area right here. So the previous low would be pretty much this guy right here. Boom. So now what I'm going to do is move this to the previous low, which is right there. Now this is the previous low. So once we close below this line right here, this is the point of interest. So if this candle right here is the point of interest, then we have to wait for a candle to close below, and then we wait for that candle to get broken, and then on its way back up is where we would take the trade at. So let me show you. Now I go from the 4 hour where we got our target. From here we go to the 1 hour, and then look, this is the exact same thing I just explained. A close below and a break of that candle is what's going to give us our entry to that trade right there. And that would have been our perfect entry right there, following a model, which is literally something we could repeat over and over and over. So that's the key to this, is the fact that it's not random. It's something that happens all the time. But when it happens all the time, you just have to sit and wait for it. You have to wait for your play to play out. Give me 1 second. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm talking about, though, is like I said, the fact that I'm able to find this as a target. I could find it, and then look, that being the low of the range already, that obviously you know that's the low of the range, but how would you find this as a target either? If I were to put this as a box over here, that's exactly where we tapped into. We tapped right into this box. I go to a smaller time frame, boom, perfect. Same thing. Look, same thing. Perfect. Entry right there. Thanks for the advice. Gonna try it next week. Oh, Harris, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you for watching, and yeah, that's I hope that gave you a little information on how I find my targets. But yeah, like I said, that's exactly how I like reverse engineered to find that as a target. So like I'm saying though, now that I found that as a target, now I need to do the next one, which is I believe this right here. So what I'm going to do is do the same principle, same everything, see what if I can find something right now with this same idea. So if that ends up becoming the range still, the range is still there, the range is still here. Well, actually, if you think about it, it's probably like that. Boom. Because before this candle happened, this was the range. This was the bottom of it here. Boom, boom. But we closed above. This became the range here. Now, once we closed below, we targeted this range right here with this candle. We broke that low right here. And then we came back in the range, which is now we're back inside of this range, which is now back, if you think about it, back until these two right here become the range. So that's why that. So it's just like I said, candles are just tapping from lows to highs, going back and forth. So let me see this high right here. So look, boom, we hit that, we broke that high. So what we're gonna do is go to the 4 hour, target the previous high, which is right here. Previous high is right here. Boom. And if you go to the previous high, which is the daily range, which is also right here, that's the daily range. So what might happen is we either, but then if you look to the left, this right here is the whole range right here. This whole candle is the range. So if we touch the bottom of this range, there's the chance we might need to touch the top. So that's also what we got to look out for. Then we also have to worry about the 50% line. So when this whole range right here becomes a range, you do the 50% line, boom, boom. That's exactly where we already got rejected from, which is this dotted line, which is why we did get rejected. And then we came back up to it. So it's either we're going to continue up or we're going to get rejected at that line and then come down for sure. But that's where I say, like, that's where I say is at the 50% line, you could at least get to that point. After that, it's a little bit more sketchy. Good evening. Had a lot of fun with you last time. Hee laughter. Let's go. We was killing it last time, bro. You did really good, man. I just hope you didn't throw it back. But like I said, stay disciplined, follow your plan. Those should be everyday type of things, you know, especially when you're reading the market, you're in the right direction, you're in the right area of looking at a trade. Yes, sir. That's what's up. But yeah, like I said, so like let me try to find the next target. So like this is how I'm gonna find the next target. Doing the same thing, like I said, look, range here, range here. Boom, boom, right? Let me see this 30-minute. Where'd that go? Yeah, right there. Boom, look at it. You see how that turtle, that right there, boom, right there, right at the bottom. Right at the bottom. And the reason why that line is there is because it's the previous range of the previous candle, which is, I go back, this is the daily now. I go back to the daily. Look, that's the range right here at the bottom of this candle. This candle and this candle, that's the range. So as I'm saying, the candles are just literally going from range to range. And like I said, that's all support and resistance is. If I were to draw support and resistance lines, look, if I were to draw support and resistance lines, I would just draw a line right here. Boom. You could draw a line right here. You could draw a line right here. You could draw a line right here. You know, all kinds of, this is just areas of, same thing, ranges of the candles. If I were to remove this candle and this candle, are those, then this becomes the whole range right here, because that's one whole candle. But there's also, like I said, there is a resistance, so we could get, it could struggle here, come back, then go up. But like I said, that's just the idea though. But this whole candle is a range though. But yeah, so like I said, look, range here, range here. That's where we tap below. So most likely we might need a tap above. Because look at last time we tapped below and then we closed back inside of it. What did we do? We did tap up here. But in order for us to go down, we might need to go above to come down. So there's a good chance that we might make our way back up to the top. So I'm going to give this little thing a go. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Close above, higher prices. So at some point there's going to be higher prices. Close above, higher prices. So let's see. Let's go to the 4 hour now. The previous high is going to be right here. Previous high, boom, right there, previous high. So that means that this candle at 32 or 23.32 still needs to tap 23.39, which is still 68 pips away. So that's still a pretty good range, and we are kind of bullish, kind of looking at that. We did break the lows already, so we did break the highs, closed above. So I mean, really the only next thing to do is to tap that. So kind of what I'm thinking is, if we do need to tap this area up here, let's see, how will we get there? Okay, so that would be the case. So if that's the case, it's the same thing like how I got it down here. All right, so look, let me go down to the I think it's the, what candle would it be? The same thing, the daily, previous low, boom boom, same thing in the 15. When I go to the 15, it's this is what we're going to be looking for right here. Let me invert it so it looks almost kind of like what we're looking at right now. Obviously this is inverted, so it's the opposite. Red is up, green is down. So you can see how this closed below, closed above the line, and then the next one went like that. That's what you're going to be looking for on this next one. Invert scale, let's go, boom. Somewhere up here. So what's going to probably happen is around this candle area, you are going to see that candle. You're going to see a body close above here, probably with the wick. And then the next candle is going to create a body probably somewhere like this. And then it's going to wick above. So when it wicks above, it's going to create that this is a range now. This first candle wick is going to be the range. So when this candle wicks above and then comes back down into this range and closes inside of it, now this is a whole range. Now we went to the top. Now we most likely need to start touching the bottom of the range. So when that happens, then when this candle closes, it's going to be like a fake out to come back down into the range. And this is the range right here, somewhere right here or even down here. So when we fake out up here, we might need to come back down here, something like this, before going up, if we do go up, because everything doesn't just break straight through. You kind of could look at this right here, where when we broke above, you would have thought, oh man, we're just going to continue straight up. We're going to just continue straight up like this. But nah, it actually got resistance here, came back, and then went up. So that's where I'm thinking, if this does go up, it's not just going to continue straight up like that. What's going to happen is it's going to do this, then it's going to come back down, and then go up if it does want to go up. But if it doesn't do this, and it doesn't go back up, then it just starts to keep coming back down again. Because like I said, it's a range to range type of thing. So if this is the top of the range, the bottom of that whole range is back down here again. But if we went back to the daily, then that means the whole range of this candle though, because the thing is too though, the reason why I think this might be the top area and this might be where we might need to come back down is because of the fact that this candle did close below this candle, which means lower prices. So that means at some point we needed some lower prices. So I think we might need to come down here at some point. But this also closed above here, so that signals higher prices. So this next one is almost gonna, it's almost like it's confirming my idea even more now. The fact that I know this needs to be tapped and that we might need to tap down here. In order for us to go down, we're gonna have to come up first, then go down. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So since this closed above, we're gonna need higher prices. So at some point, next candle might come up, create higher prices, close above like that. Then this next one's gonna wick, and then back into the range like that. Or we might at least come back into the range right here. Let's see. And look, yeah, that's exactly where we're respecting it at. So the next range is gonna be up here. The next range is gonna be down here. So this is also what I'm saying too, bro. We're right right now between the range of the open and close of that last candle of May on the weekly. So once we close on either side, we basically getting a pullback for direction. Oh yeah, let me go back to this weekly. Let me see what I see on the weekly. The weekly, the same thing. Close below, lower prices. So we might need lower prices at some point. This might create lower prices because this is like an indecision candle because it didn't close above or below this range. So what might need to happen though is that now we might need to target either one of the top of the range or the bottom of the range. But in order to probably get to the top, we might need to pull back. So we could pull back a little bit, maybe. Let me see the monthly real quick. But look at, this is the one thing that I'm worried about the monthly, is that it did do this. I need to figure out where's these key levels, but this is all-time high, so I don't really have no levels to go off of. But as you can see, this candle right here is a big candle here. We wicked above it. That's the range. We wicked above it, and then we close back inside of the range. So we wicked above, and then we close inside of the range right here. So that means that this is the range right here, which is this first candle. So since we already touched the top, the monthly might be signaling this monthly might flip. If this monthly flips, then there's a good chance that we might need to at least tap. Let's see where the 50 area is of this candle. If not the bottom, it might need to tap. Hold on, let's see. Well, technically it already tapped that, and it closed below it. So yeah, that closed below it. So if this monthly flips at all, if it flips at any point, then it's going to pretty much, I believe, come down, possibly down to these levels down here. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. After next Wednesday holiday, short trading day. Next Wednesday holiday? Oh, let me see. Uh, Next Wednesday. Today is Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then we got a few red folders. Tuesday, Monday, we got one. Tuesday, so next week is gonna be a little busy. This is Tuesday. Oh no, this is Wednesday right here. Bank holiday. Yeah, all day. We do. Damn. So Wednesday, bank holiday. That's crazy. And then the day before, we got core retail sales Tuesday. So Tuesday's gonna be probably popping. It's gonna be chill for Wednesday, and then the next day is gonna heat up again. I bet Thursday. Look, Thursday, USD is all these, just nothing really, but unemployment claims. Boom, that's gonna be popping. Friday. Wow, PMI. Oh yeah, it's gonna be on it cracking. Next week is gonna be jumping. That means it's gonna go down, because like I said, look, this is okay. From the data I've been gathering, this is kind of how I read this information. This becomes the range. Since we already tapped the top of the range, we need to tap the bottom of the range. So at some point, we're probably gonna come down here. So if those news start coming out crazy wacky, it flips this monthly to bearish, and there's a good chance that we come back down to here. But this is just so we could do the same exact thing, and then we come back into the range and close like this, and then we start making our way back up like that. So this pullback could also just be something like this, where it's just really, this move up is just that right here to go back up, which this move down could just be that move to go back up, something like that. I mean, I don't know how low it could go. It could go even lower, maybe, who knows. But because if you kind of think about it, this is still another green candle, so this is still kind of a range right here. So this would be a range. If we break into this range, then why won't we just touch the bottom of this range before going back up? Yeah. That's my idea for right now. So let's see if it does do something like that. But let's see the daily. So yeah, let me see actually. Let me see if I can see something. Let me see something real quick. So if that's the case on the monthly, that's already telling me that. So what I need to do now is let's go down to a weekly. There it is. That's it right there, I think. So what I think would be, let's see, 4 hour maybe. 4 hour. Oh, was that it? That might have been it. Once we start closing below the opening of May, we aim for April open bottom range. Exactly. Because that whole candle is the range. So it goes more to the less of the ideas of when we, like, not saying we're gonna swing trade, but we'll probably be able to hold trades longer because we know it needs to go to those levels. And especially when you get a good entry, like let's say this is our entry up here, it's easy to go break even and hold because nothing even comes close to your break even. So it's always good to get into these. Obviously, if you get into a sell right here, you're gonna be, break even, kind of dancing. Then you're gonna go into negative before you go into profits, and you don't want to sit in negative, but that's why I say it's just kind of good to understand where your entry is at too. If you got a really good entry, even like somewhere up here to come down, you could hold it a little bit longer because these lows might need to be tapped. But yeah, let me try to figure something out real quick. Hold on. Kind of. Okay, so that was that. So that's that. So let's see the weekly. Alright, let's see. That would be that. So let's see, the weekly will be here. So let me see. Okay, we wicked above, closed below. So let me see something. Okay, the close below will be here. Boom, here, boom, there. So the weekly would be there. So let's go to the daily now, the previous daily, which will be right here. Boom, we hit that there. Boom. So that will be the daily, new daily area target, point of interest. This will be the point of interest. So if I went to a 4 hour now, you'll probably see that there. Let's see, nothing closed below. Let's see, maybe a 1 hour from the daily. To the 1 hour. Okay, there it goes. Or let's see the 4 hour. Let's see the 2 hour. Okay, the 2 hour. Well, technically, yeah, the 2 hour will be there. So let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour. We did close below there. It did that. So okay, the point of interest would be, let's see, the daily, the weekly. What was he talking about? Okay, the close below. Boom. Close below, daily. Previous low will be here. Boom, there. Boom, there. Boom, there. Oh. Yes, it'll be there. So that'll be the low. So what I'm looking for, so what I'm doing right now is, look at, this is how I kind of been reading these markets and doing this. Look. Let me erase this. Okay, look. This is the candle that I need to do before finding this information. So look. You see how that candle right here? This is the low of this candle, and we close below this candle. So since we close below it, I'm gonna put a line right there. We close below it. So we're gonna look for the previous low before here that's gonna get targeted, which is what's gonna flip that around. So I'm on the weekly right now. So I go to the let's go to the daily. The daily previous low. Previous low is gonna be right here, because that's the low that we're looking at. The previous one will be this one. So we take that, right? And then we move this line over there. Boom. And then what we're waiting for now is a close below this point of interest, which is this area. If you kind of think about it, it's also looking like maybe this order block area too, which is also kind of this area. You could say that. So what I'm looking for though is a close below, and then a wick below, and then the movement back up. So with that being said, let's go down from the daily to the 4 hour. And it wasn't on the daily yet. But let me remove this box. So like I said, we're looking for the close below and then the wick below right here. Boom, that's the wick below right here. And even if I went to the smaller time frame, which is like the 1 hour, let's see the 1 hour, it did the same thing right here. Look, wick below, close below, wick below, and that's the move right there that would have gave us the entry. And that 1 hour candle, which is this green candle, that's at 1600 o'clock. So what time is 1600 o'clock? That's at 4 o'clock, right? So at the one right before it is at 15, so that's at 3. This was at 3. The purge was at 3. Then the sweep of that one was at 4. But that's how you were going to be able to find that area as that. Okay, so look, so now let's go back to these as a target. Let's see these as a target. So if that was the daily, that was the low of there, so that one is done, which is that one. We did all that. Previous low did that, boom, goes up, boom. So what's the next target? Let's see, the daily range, which is that candle. The next range is here, next range is up here. So let's go back to this 4 hour. This was the range, boom, boom. Let me go back, let me do the same thing now. This is the range. So let me put a high here. Now the previous high to that, let's go to 1 hour. It's gonna be this guy right here, boom. We needed a closure above and a wick above, and that's exactly what happened. And nothing is breaking that candle yet, so I think this could still be valid. So if that is valid, then that means this is gonna come back around to the next range, which is, if this is the range, the next range is down here at this bottom and this candle, because this is the whole candle right here. So it might need to go a 30 or 50% at least, which is here, boom, boom. We did technically do that already. So yeah, let's see if that something like that happens. Let's see. So that would be the range. That would be the break of the high, and then you go to here, break above, close above, wick above, come back down. So let's see the next candle then. So the next candle would be so that would be all of that. Boom. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Wick below, higher prices. So this says higher prices. Hold on, let's see something first. Let's see something. Let me see if I can see something. Okay, so we close it back inside of here. So the next range of here is going to be here. So what's going to need to happen is we're going to go to the previous high, which will also be right here or right there. So this does need to come back up to here first, I think. And it just keeps doing it, same thing. the low. It's going to need to target the previous low, which is here. So it's going to need to come here and then back up. All just to okay, let's see now this one. Let's see what this one does. Okay, let's see. Close below. Close below. Let's see, the previous low would be there. Boom. We hit that right here. Boom. Hit that. Boom. Hit that. Did that. Right. So the range of that gap would be there. And I think it's gonna be there. Yeah, there. Be that. So we do need to come down here. So let's see, we need to come down here for, let's see, we need to come here. Then we're gonna go to the previous low, which would be here. So we probably won't need to make it down to here before anything. That's what I'm kind of worried about. Let's see. So look, this is gonna close above. We're looking for the previous highs above that. Previous highs above that, which will be there. Let's see the 4. Maybe the 1. So yeah, the previous highs are up here. So it's looking like we need to come. We're gonna tap all these levels, I think, at some point. I just don't know when or how or what. But that's gonna be the trick, is to try to figure it out. So close above, then we're gonna need to go down to the previous high. Targeting that previous high, which is here. Then we're gonna need to close above. Yeah, I think that'll be next. I think this is first. Yeah, because I think most likely this is the whole range right here. So we need to at least tap the top of the range. Daily. Oops. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching though. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe. It'll really help me out. We got 6 people watching right now. 6 people watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, just trying to figure out what's what. after we close above the previous candle, what the target? That one is well, this is kind of what I'm thinking right here, is that if this becomes the whole, this candle down here becomes the range right here that we were kind of in. So I'm kind of using the previous areas to give me like an idea. So if this was the range, that's where I got this idea from right here, is that we needed to close above. Let's see, the close above, which is going to be this. For the hourly. Okay, so the previous, okay, so that's where I went wrong. Okay, so it's actually gonna be this area up here is where we need to tap. So we're not done. This whole range isn't done. This isn't all done until, I believe, oh man, this whole range isn't done until this range gets tapped. Because like I said, look, this is the range of the candle, which is the high of it. And when the candle that closes above that yellow line, wherever that closes, it's the previous high before that candle. Not the one that's down here, like I say, it's the one above it. So it has to be the high of it. So it's, as you can see, we close above this yellow line, we go to the 1 hour. That's the closure above this line right here. That's this candle. So that means it's the previous high before this candle right here. So the previous high to that is either this right here or this candle up here, which most likely is probably going to be that candle. Wait, hold on, let me see something real quick. It will be, let's see. Oh yeah, let's hold on. We're gonna be here. This weekend for me, I don't even want a single glimpse of the charts, but gonna drop a like. Damn, champ. You don't even want to chill and chart up. Alright, so look, let's see. There would be that, right? So it's going to be the previous high before that. The previous high before that. That closes before that. So look, it's going to be everything before there. Everything before there. Boom. Previous high is right here. Does that count? I wonder if that counts. It's right at the line, exactly at the line. So I don't even know if that counts. That's too close to try to judge it, because this would be the idea. Look, close above here, which is this candle right here. So it's going to be the previous high before that candle, previous high before this candle, previous high. Well, there's one on the 30 that, like I said, this is the main one, but there's also a minor one that's right here at this level right here. And if I were to move this up to the top of that range, that's exactly where this hit perfectly. And it got rejected right there. So I'm just trying to figure out close above there. Yeah. just kind of what I kind of came up with so far. Just kind of what I got so far. Let's just try to see. So what this one created was higher prices. No, lower prices, because it created higher wick. That one is crazy. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, hit that like and subscribe. Let's see. So let's see what this close above previous highs. It's telling me this area right here. So we're gonna need to tap this area. So I think, because we also closed above, look, close above, respected it. Now we broke the high, so there's a good chance that we need to at least push up to that. Alright, so that gives me that. So what would the target be? What would the target be? Do I not have that? So this would be a high right here. There's another one right here. So I wonder if this could be the targets right here. Target. But yeah, I see this being needed to be tapped. So this might need to be tapped. Oh man, I messed it up. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll answer best of my abilities. I appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Alright, so let's see. Close above. Let's see what this is. So I need to hit that. And this will be that tap over there. Yeah. All right, fellas. I'm gonna get off right now. I'm getting kind of tired, but I'm gonna get back on tomorrow. Tomorrow, once I wake up, I'll probably hop back on. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna get back on in the morning. So I know I was supposed to do some replay, but I was kind of just fixated on this area right here. I just wanted to look at, just wanted to try to figure some stuff out. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you guys wouldn't mind hitting that like, appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.